We need some more playmakers. Obviously we have Adam Thielen, Mingo, but we got to add some more receivers, some more depth and competition in that room right now. And, we just got to get guys that can make plays. That's really what we're, looking at in the draft or whether free agency. I think it's not just one priority. I think we have to add a bunch of depth all over the place. I think that we got to just add really good football players that are tough, passionate, play with a chip on their shoulder, and again, have that dog mentality that we talked about earlier. I don't think it's just one thing or one position that we need to add to. We just got to get better at all facets.
With Bryce Young in his offense, getting new acquisitions via Dan Morgan, either getting free agents, making trades, or retaining talent, Bryce Young in his offense is going to look definitely different underneath Dave Canales. Shout out to Dan Morgan making the necessary changes, making the hard decisions, and bringing in fresh talent. Yes, the NFL draft is here within 5 weeks. We're going to address a couple of holes that we still need to address on this offensive side of the ball. Yes, we're going to talk about guard. Yes, we're going to talk about tight ends. Yes, we're going to talk about running back. Yes, we're also going to talk about wide receiver. But Dan Morgan has been doing a great job. But now with these 7 picks, even if we do trade back, there is value there to address certain needs on this team. If you look and see what Dave Canales said, how this team or this offense needs to be ran, listen here right now.
Really, it's about building around Bryce, just an offense that's tough, that's explosive, that's smart. We just got to have answers for things. Answers in the run game, answers in the pass game, and the protection, just to be able to take care of and minimize some of the damage that can happen and take advantage of some things. And so
as you can see, it's very important that we were very aggressive here in the offseason. We started out bringing in Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis, our first two signees, or first couple signees on the offensive side of the ball. With Robert Hunt standing at 6'6", 300-plus pounds, and Damian Lewis standing at 6'2", 300-plus pounds as well. Both of these guys want to set the tone, as they said in their pressers this week, being introduced to the media, that they want to set the tone against defensive line. They want to let them know they're going to be there all day, every day, pushing them in the dirt, being aggressive, and making sure that their quarterback jersey comes out clean. If you look at it, as we know, Drew Brees also needed a interior offensive lineman that can help him step up in the pocket. Now Bryce has that in the acquisitions of Hunt and Lewis join this offensive line with Ike Ekwonu and Taylor Moton on the other side. But we do still have a problem with Austin Corbett being circled to be the starting center right now. Yes, he's coming off 2 major leg injuries. Yes, he did play center on the practice squad and also in preseason, but we need to address that particular position going into the draft. Zach Frazier is our first candidate that we think can possibly fill in and compete with Austin Corbett, coming out of West Virginia, standing at 6'2", 306 pounds. I really think with that second round pick, either 33 or 39, we need to reconsider of getting wide receiver and DN and possibly try to fill out the trenches and have our center already be drafted. Also, you had Sharadrick Van Pran out of Georgia, standing at 6'3", 310 pounds. Another top prospect that is coming out on board, getting drafted in the 2nd or 3rd round. Then you have Bryce Lemmer out of Arkansas, standing at 6'5", 302 pounds. And also Cooper Beebe out of K-State, 6'3", 322 pounds. Both of these gentlemen are highly going up boards, and also a lot of them are meeting with teams in their top 30 visits. So I do think Carolina has to address that offensive line and interior line to keep Bryce Young upright during this upcoming season. Then we look at tight end, Tommy Tremble. Yes, he is back, but Tommy Tremble also needs some additional help. Ian Thomas is not the answer. That's where you go into the draft, and probably in the 3rd or 4th round, you look at Theo Johnson out of Penn State, standing at 6'6", 259 pounds. Or Ben Sinnott out of K-State, standing at 6'4", 250 pounds. And our last option that we like over here, what's up, Doug, is Jared Wiley out of TCU, standing at 6'6", 249 pounds. Ian Thomas is not the answer. And if you look at the size of most of these tight ends that we're looking at right here, All these gentlemen can go for a one-on-one ball or go on a 50-50 ball if you put them one-on-one with a shorter corner or a nickel corner or put them in a slot. We need additional tight end help to help Tommy Tremble. And if you know Dave Canales' system, you know he loves his tight ends. So you address that issue in the draft, put him on a rookie contract, and see what we can do. Next, if we already know with Miles Sanders what we thought he was going to be, he did not come in and do exactly what we thought he was supposed to be. That's why his job was taken by Chuba Hubbard. Now, Blackshear is also coming back on a 1-year tendered deal. Yes, Blackshear is probably going to make the roster and get touches as well. But with not knowing the certainty of a running back and the longevity of a running back, you draft one. And our first candidate is Mr. Braylon Allen out of Wisconsin, standing at 6'1", 235 pounds. Bruiser, doesn't go down on first contact. Also, you look at Ray Davis out of Kentucky, 5'8", 211. Don't let the size fool you. He does not go down easily on full contact, and he can take one to the house as well. And then another option is Mr. Isaiah G out of Louisville, standing at 6 foot, 221 pounds. We're going to need a real addressed running back room as well here in the draft. Lastly, as we do know, we did trade for Deontay Johnson out of Pittsburgh. Yes, we did trade Pitts as well, and we gave up Dante Jackson to them. But we also signed veteran David Moore, who was accustomed and knows the playbook of Dave Canales. That does not stop us from adding to that room. You need youth in that room. You need competition like Dan Morgan wants in that room. Look at Keon Coleman, who's sliding down boards. He stands at 6'3", 213 pounds. Definitely can go get a ball in the middle of the air and grab it in one-on-one and can high point the ball. Also, you have Jermaine Burton out of Alabama, at 15 pounds. Yes, we do know what Steve Smith said about Jonathan Mingo. Yes, Steve Smith is high also on this young man as well. But I think the system did not work for Jonathan Mingo. I am going to give him an opportunity to show us this season that he is the guy, and we did not reach for him. So Dan Morgan definitely has a lot of options on the offensive side of the ball that need to be addressed. Yes, again, like I said, he did address the issues or holes that we had with veterans and both of the guards that we signed. No, he did not address the tight end room. No, he did not address the running back room, but he did address the wide receiver room. So I think there is work to be done with us finally trading Brian Burns and actually getting that 39th pick from the New York Giants. I think it does work where you can double down or get a defensive player and then get a wide receiver or get a guard. So tell me what you guys think. What are your top 4 offensive prospects that you think Carolina should draft? Also, leave a comment for us. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you do not like the content, definitely let us know in the comment section as well. Also, give us a grade on the offseason of what Dan Morgan, Dave Canales have done so far. I do think Carolina fans are very optimistic with the signings and how aggressive Dan Morgan has been during free agency and the offseason, but only time can tell. Again, as we always say over here, what's up, Doug? Stay safe, stay blessed, one love, we're out.